I'm going to fast forward to the rest of the case. Can you pull up the text message you were referring to, please? Now, I'm going to have to fast forward it because he can't answer to this. You wrote this. Why did you have sex with me then? Why did you trust me enough? I said I like you, not that I love you. We've been through this already because I was ready. You're not going to like this either, but I've got to work tomorrow. Do you see that reply? In other words, just to be clear, Cairo did not deny in that text message sleeping with you. In other words, it's corroboration for what you say. Now, Cairo's not here, so I need to fast forward and explain what happened, because I'm still going to deal with your case and Cairo's judgment. The judgment will be issued to Cairo in due course. He doesn't speak to you, and on the 6th of January 2017, you got a message from him, didn't you?
Yes, that's correct.
After him clearly indicating that he's not interested in you. And so he asked you for money on the 6th of January. Please tell me, madam, you didn't transfer any money to him.
I did.
£200, am I right?
Yep, that's right.
Why?
Because at the time, I did think that we could possibly have a future. And I care so much about people, whether I've known them for like 5 minutes or whether I've known them for 5 years. It's just who I am. So he came to me in trouble and I offered to help.
On the 7th of January, he asked for more money. You said no. On the 8th of January, this time he says he needs more money for rent, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
No reply. Then there's a hiatus where you don't talk to him at all, correct?
Yeah.
Until February. And on this occasion, he posts something on Facebook where he sets out that he's going to be living on the streets, correct?
Yep, that's right.
On the 20th of February 2017, what did you do?
I then lent him another amount of money.
How much?
£50. Because he told me that he was staying at other people's houses and...
Why is that your problem?
Because, again, like I said, I care too much about people and I didn't want to see him hungry because he had no money for food or anything.
Was that because you were in love with him? Do you
Possibly.
think lots of people do this, and I have to tell you, for a good deal more money than you've lost here? Do you think that if you carried on giving him money, you'd be able to hold on to him in some way? It helps other women to be honest about this. Do you understand?
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if that would be the case or not.
You still were interested in him, correct? There's no point. You understand? I can smell them. I know. Correct?
Yes.
You still liked him, even today. It's part of the reason you're still here today. Sophie, you made a mistake that lots of people make when they're in love or they fancy somebody. And sometimes love and sexual interest is not requited. It's not reciprocated by the other person. Sadly, this was the case here. As a result of how you felt, and I believe you deeply felt for him, and I believe he let you deeply feel for him, and I believe what you say entirely when you tell me that there was a sexual relationship. I accept that entirely. Nevertheless, you lent the person over there money. You're here today to sue for that money back, which is £250. The problem here is you gave him that money in circumstances where you didn't get anything in writing. Certainly, he was in some considerable financial distress, and it's quite clear to me that you never set out any terms for when or if he had to pay that money back. In the circumstances, therefore, there can never be an enforceable agreement because there's no enforceable contract in law. For that reason, despite my deep regrets and the fact that I feel you've been horribly hard done by, I have to dismiss your case in law. The sad reality, therefore, is that your case is dismissed and Cairo gets away again. That's the award of this court. But what you've learnt for a small amount of money in the great scheme of things for you is never to do this again. And I hope other people watching your experience learn from it. Sadly, your case is dismissed. Now, Michelle, I don't know whether Cairo is still in court, but I trust that the judgment will be relayed to him in some way, that in effect, as a defendant in these proceedings, he is, in effect, the sad and unfortunate winner here.
Sophie's case was dismissed and she was awarded nothing by the court. Let's find out how both parties felt about the judge's ruling.
Judge Rinder just wanted for me to convey the message to you that because there was nothing in writing, Sophie lost her case.
Right.
And Judge ruled in your favour.
Okay.
I am upset that I didn't win the case, but it is what it is, and there's nothing I can do about it now anyway.
I admit that I took the money, and I admit that I'd pay it back, and I just haven't yet because I haven't been able to.
Well, you obviously weren't man enough to deal with the situation, and so that we could actually sort it out. So I'm pretty annoyed about it, to be honest. Well, I was a bit surprised that he actually said those things to me, considering when we actually met and before we met, he was giving me compliments, and now he's just like throwing stuff at me.
I'm not going to see her again at all. Can't bother with her.
For more Judge Rinder cases, click here. And if you've got a legal issue of your own, get in touch with us by clicking over here.